From the land down under, with the rock at its centre, comes the little Aussie Watchman.
Yes, you read it correctly. The Dow Jones crashed 666 points on Friday, the 2nd of February 2018. Important numbers seem to replicate themselves in relation to spiritually important dates in the Dow Jones index. For example, exactly 7 years following 9/11, the Dow fell 777 points, which was 7% of the stock market at the time. The judgment of God, which allowed 9/11 to happen, was replicated in the economy of America exactly 7 years later and marked by the number 777 points. 7, as the number of completion and perfection, is relatable to God. However, the number of 6 is that of man. The drop of 666 could well portend something way more sinister. In 2008, that drop of 777 was sparked by the inability of the government to pass the bailout bill, and the market continued to drop. All in all, there was more than a 50% drop in the Dow from its late 2007 high. No one that I am aware of has predicted this recent numerically significant drop. Many, however, have been on the sidelines shouting collapse is coming since 2009 when the market reversed course. This time it seems that the drop was triggered by warnings of inflation sparked by rising wage growth. I don't think I'll ever understand the machinations within the Dow. I guess one can argue against the stock market that the reason for wage growth is due to the new tax laws introduced under the Trump administration, although this hasn't really kicked in yet. But there is no point arguing with the stock market. It will win the argument regardless of the sense of it. So what is the spiritual and economic significance of this 666 drop? There are many that have said that the Trump boon to the economy and the spirits of the people, especially Christians, is not based on real spiritual change within the nation, but on the back of this one man. Christians are still wayward and non-repentant in the great United States. Is this drop to remind us that one man cannot do it alone? For America to propel forward into an extravagant future, it must truly change from the inside out and not be led by a man, albeit a charismatic and seeming to be a one-man mountain. No! For America to once again find its trust in God, it needs to spiritually change. It needs repentance. Otherwise, once Trump is out of office, the fall of America will once again begin in earnest. The political significance of a continued drop in the economy could be rather dramatic, as Trump has closely allied his success with that of the stock market. If the stock market is falling, he will have nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. His stock market recovery will necessarily become his stock market crash, and it is therefore likely, in this case, he will not win a second term in office. This was a calculated gamble on Trump's part, and maybe a gamble that he loses. Personally, I believe that the US economy will hold fast under the Trump administration, and once his administration is removed from office, then the crash will come. I believe that Trump is America's last chance, the last grace, the last olive branch, given for a faltering nation. His reliability in coming through with anti-abortion and pro-Christian policies will be seen on high, and he will not be able to be touched unless he turns away from God's will.